The old well stood at the edge of the woods, a weathered stone relic, hidden away from prying eyes. Stories of its magical powers had circulated through our small town for generations. They said it granted wishes, but at a horrifying and irreversible cost. The legend had always intrigued me, and one fateful evening I decided to put it to the test. The sky was painted with fiery hues as the sun dipped below the horizon. I could feel a strange energy in the air as I approached the well, its aged stones covered in moss and lichen. The scent of damp earth and decaying leaves hung heavy in the twilight. I gazed into the dark abyss of the well, the water below glistening like liquid silver. Trembling with anticipation, I made my wish. A simple one, for wealth beyond my wildest dreams. The moment the words left my lips, the water began to ripple, and I watched in awe as a cascade of gold coins spilled from the well, forming a gleaming mound at my feet. The weight of the coins in my hands filled me with a heady sense of power and triumph. I couldn't believe my luck. I had everything I'd ever wanted, and it seemed as though the well's curse was nothing more than a superstitious tale. Days turned into weeks, and I reveled in my newfound wealth. The townsfolk watched in awe as I flaunted my riches, but beneath their envy, I could sense a simmering resentment. They knew the price I had paid, the cost of my wish, even if I refused to admit it to myself. One night, as I lay in my opulent bed, I heard a whisper in the darkness, a haunting voice that seemed to come from the very depths of my soul. It spoke of a terrible price, of a debt that must be repaid. The scent of rotting wood and stagnant water filled the room, and I knew that the well's curse had finally caught up with me. The voice in my head grew louder, more insistent, as it revealed the nature of the debt. For every wish granted, the well demanded a life offered up in exchange for the riches it bestowed. The realization sent a cold chill down my spine, and I knew I was trapped in a malevolent pact with no way out. Desperation gnawed at me as I tried to resist the well's relentless demands. I couldn't bear the thought of sacrificing another life for my own gain. But the voice in my head grew more persuasive, its whispers a constant torment that left me sleepless and haunted. I tried to flee the town, to escape the well's curse and the relentless voice in my head. But no matter where I went, the well's influence followed, a suffocating presence that clung to me like a shadow. The scent of rot and decay seemed to linger in my nostrils, a reminder of the price I had paid. I became a recluse, holed up in my mansion, the walls closing in on me as I wrestled with the well's demands. The weight of my guilt and the scent of death hung heavy in the air. I knew I had to find a way to break the curse, to free myself from the well's malevolent grasp. One evening, as I paced the dimly lit corridors of my mansion, I stumbled upon an old book, its pages yellowed with age. It spoke of the well's curse and the terrible price it exacted, but it also revealed a way to break the pact, a way to sever my connection to the well and escape its clutches. The solution was a horrifying one, a choice that would haunt me for the rest of my days. To break the curse, I had to offer up my own life as payment, to willingly sacrifice myself to the well in exchange for my freedom. It was a decision that filled me with dread and despair, but I knew it was the only way to escape the well's curse. As I stood at the edge of the well, the moonlight casting eerie shadows on the water's surface, I felt a profound sense of loss and resignation. The scent of decay and stagnant water surrounded me, a chilling reminder of the horrors I had witnessed. With a heavy heart, I whispered my final wish, to be free of the well's curse to escape the relentless voice in my head. The water below began to ripple, and I watched as the coins I had amassed spilled into the well, disappearing into the darkness. A feeling of weightlessness overcame me as I was drawn towards the well's depths. The scent of damp earth and rot grew stronger, and I knew there was no turning back. I had made my choice, and now I would pay the price. As I descended into the well's cold, dark waters, I could feel the curse being lifted, the relentless voice in my head growing silent. The scent of decay and stagnant water enveloped me, a final reminder of the horrors I had endured. And then there was nothing but darkness.